Morning, people. How are we doing today? We have a request for some border trees between two properties. You know how it goes. Like, one neighbor doesn't particularly like what the other neighbor has planned for their landscaping design. So we're going to put in some, actually trees, they're more like shrubs. They're going to, the skip laurels is what they're called. And we're going to put those in. They make really nice border trees. They stay green all year up here in the Northeast. So first we're going to like till out the property line. We have a tough digging. It's a lot of ledge and rock and stuff. So we're going to do that, and we're probably going to have to bring in a lot of topsoil to, bring in some better dirt because it's kind of lousy. So topsoil and some compost and stuff like that. So pretty much we're going to cut out the line today. And we're going to try to space our holes out about 4 or 5 feet apart, and we'll go from there. And I'll show you what it looks like. I'm talking from in the truck because I don't want the neighbors to hear me say that one neighbor doesn't like the other neighbor's landscaping, but that's probably the truth. So that's how we're going. All right, we'll see you in a few.
So here's the area where we're going to plant the skip laurels. I think we're putting about 12 or 13 of them here. This is the people I'm working for, and that's the neighbor's side over there. We start here. We got some pretty rough soil, like I was saying before. It's pretty clay. We got a lot of rocks. So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna bring in a bunch of topsoil and some compost, and that's our line that we're gonna set right there. We ran the tiller down it. And now we're just gonna, now we have to do the fun part of digging some holes. Okay. Hey, well, I'm really thankful for the cooler day today because this is some rough digging. We don't have a machine, and I didn't rent a machine for this job because it's only 12 holes. Come on, suck it up, just dig the holes, you know what I mean? But let me flip the camera around and I'll show you what it looks like. Sorry about the hand. Okay, so here how it goes. We have, I don't know how good you can see this, but I mean, it is kind of crappy dirt, a lot of rocks. There's roots everywhere. Roots, I think I'm using the loppers over here just about as much as I'm using the shovel and the crowbar. We got a lot of ledge. And as you can see, there was a very large tree right over here, and I am sure that is where all those big crazy roots are coming from. But we're getting down deep enough to get them in, and like I said, we're going to bring in some topsoil. So we'll be able to place these out. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 holes dug. So that's not bad. Out of 12, actually 15, but 3 are going on the other side of the yard. So that's where we're at, and we'll be back in a few once we get these holes all dug. All right, so we're getting there. I think we're on number 8. So you can see we're pulling all kinds of goodies out of these holes. But we're getting there. We're almost there, and we're doing it all by hand. Me, my friend the shovel, and the crowbar. My helper is out on tour, being a rock star this week again, conveniently. Oh, we got a couple more big rocks over there. So we almost have the holes done, and then at that point we're going to go get the compost, put that in the fertilizer, and then we'll drop the trees in a row, make sure they're all leveled out and in a straight line, and then we'll go and we'll get some topsoil to fill all around this wood chip area, and then we're going to take these wood chip stuff out from this side of the project over here. All right, that's where we're at. Okay, so we ran into one small little problem. The word buried cable. Well, we use that term loosely because buried is underneath a couple of wood chips. Well, we found the cable wire going to the house, and we accidentally ran it over with the tiller. Oops. Let me flip the camera around and we'll show you the obstacle that we ran into. Oh no, yes, there's the cable. And I just dug it up. It was underneath about 1 inch of wood chips. It went over here, and well, we ripped it in half a little bit. So we were able to temporarily put it back together so the customer does still have internet, cable, and whatever else goes through that cable wire. But as you can see, like over here in the lawn, we're kind of trying to follow the cable wire. I mean, they do not do a very good job of putting the cable under the ground very much. So it's not going to be long before we cut this with the lawnmower. That one's just sticking out there. So I don't know if they're going to redig that trench or not. But anyway, it happens to be in the path of our tree. So yeah, they do say call before you dig, and I guess you should call before you dig, but I didn't anticipate that cable wire being so just laying there anyway. So that's one little obstacle we ran into. So if you are doing a job like this, be careful, especially when you see these little utility things right over here. Anyway, we'll be back. Okay, folks, so we ended up going with 10 holes here because we just got a little bit too close to the street, and the homeowner decided that 10 was good. So we have 10 here, and we have 3 down on the other side of the driveway. So we'll work on those. This is enough for one day here. We got them all dug out. Tomorrow we're gonna go pick up the trees. We'll place them in, we'll get the fertilizer and the peat moss. And when we get there, we'll show you how it looks. Hi! So, I got my partner back today, and now we're at the nursery, and we're gonna pick up the skip laurels. We ended up with 13, so we're gonna pick up 13 skip laurels, and we're gonna plant those today. And I think that's it. So next we're gonna go pick up the trees. Actually, we're just waiting for the guy to get ready, and then we're heading over. Okay. You gonna fit? Oh my God, that rooster is crazy. Gotta pick out only the best ones. All right, we're on our way back. We got some of the best ones. And now, we're taking them for a ride.
Yay.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
So now we're gonna get some compost, along with the peat moss and the fertilizer. We mix in some compost around the top. And we're just waiting for Byron to come. I hear him coming now. There he is. Okay, so we got our holes dug. We got our, these are the skip laurels. We got the skip laurels picked up. We brought them in. We just started placing them a little to see how they were gonna look. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some peat moss, and we're gonna put some fertilizer, and we're gonna put some of this compost that we have here, and we're going to set them in and fill around them with that. And once we get them in and set, then we're gonna level out the rest of this ground and dirt over here. And then they don't wanna do mulch, they wanna do like a just grass around it. So we're gonna fill in with topsoil and compost. That's our plan. So we'll go through the next couple of steps, and we'll show you how we do it. Okay, so we have 3 more that the customer wants down on the bottom of their driveway. So we have put those in. We got our peat moss fertilizer, and now we're just topping everything off with some compost around the edges, and then we'll smooth it all out and I'll show you what it looks like finished in a few. Okay, so we got our trees planted, and now for the fun part, we get to pick up all the rocks and the roots and all the ugly stuff, because this is the neighbor's side here, but we don't want to leave it in that kind of condition. So we are going to pick up all the big rocks, put them down the end there. We're going to rake this out with steel rakes, and then we're going to smooth this side out over here, and we have about 5 yards of compost mix that we are going to spread throughout the whole area here, and kind of not really level it out, but kind of just smooth it all out, because they want to plant grass, and that's where we're at. There's sky with rocks. Fun, huh? Yeah. Now we're just spreading the compost, trying to smooth the area out a little bit, make it look fancy. Like I said before, the customer wants to plant grass in between the trees. They don't want wood chips or mulch, so that's why we're putting down the compost, so it'll be ready for grass seed, and we're almost done with this job. Okay folks, and there it is. We have it all laid out nice and smooth. We have the compost mix there. Customer's going to do the seeding and the hay themselves, so that's why we didn't do that. But yeah, that's it. So we got ourselves some nice border trees here. These are skip laurels, as I mentioned earlier. Nice trees. They grow, you know, they can grow up to 8 inches a year. I call them trees. They're probably more like a shrub, but they do get tall, maybe about up to 8 feet, I believe, and they will grow together. You can trim these also, like with the hedge trimmer. You can make like a line of hedges if you want, or you can just let them grow the way they are. I'm going to come over here just so you can see down the line what they look like from the street. Hopefully no one runs me over. But there it is. There's your nice border row of trees. A little bit from this side over here. And like I said, this is the neighbor's side, so we really couldn't do anything over there as much as we might have wanted to. We couldn't, and this is the side. So thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. And if you like these types of videos, please hit the like and subscribe button, because we really appreciate it. Thank you much. Have a great day. What you got?
A roller?
We got a roller.
Yeah.
So we're going to, like I said, we're not planting the grass here, but we are going to add, we're going to roll it out just because it's a little soft. And we have this little roller here, and we have our zero turn, which usually is what I end up doing anyway. I just drive over it with the machine, but this, careful. All right.